Welcome to math. If you have any questions about the homework last night, please post them in the discussion board. I'll do a quick video on them. You guys aren't asking many questions. I hope that you are understanding the material. We'll start reviewing for a test next week. Get ready for the lesson. Babysitting. The table at the right shows the amount of money Carrie earns based on the number of hours she babysits. So write a sentence that describes the relationship between the number of hours she babysits and her earnings. Carrie earns $5 for every hour of babysitting. What is the relationship proportional? Is the relationship proportional? Explain. Yes. Each quantity has a constant rate of 1 hour for $5. So for every hour she works, she makes $5. What is the rule to find the amount Carrie earns for babysitting in hours? 5H. So it's $5 times the number of hours, 5H. If E represents the amount Carrie earns, what equation can you use to represent the situation? E equals 5H. So earnings equals $5 per hour. In lesson 6.6, you used algebraic expressions to determine how to find the value of a term in a sequence. Similarly, you can use an equation to represent a function. Scaffolding questions. Pencils are $1 each. How much does one pencil cost? $1. How much do two pencils cost? $2. If you can spend $4 on pencils, how many did you buy? 4 pencils. Suppose you buy 1 pencil. Then you buy 2 more. How much did you spend? $3. What is the greatest number of pencils you can buy with $5? 5 pencils. Suppose pencils cost $2 each. In the equation, 2p equals $4. What does the p represent? The number of pencils. Okay, example, write an equation for a function. Number 1, write an equation to represent the function displayed in the table. So we have the input x and the output y. Explain how the value of each input and output changes. Each output y is equal to 9 times the input x. So if we look at the table, the first column says x is 1 and y is 9. So 1 times 9 equals 9. So the equation that represents the function is y equals 9x. So all that means is, for the first column, y, which is 9 there, is equal to 9 times x, which in that instance is 9 times 1. And we'll show you using a function table. So the input x, and then we're going to multiply by 9, which is the same as saying 9x, and is going to be equal to output y. So x is 1. 1 times 9, or x times 9, equals 9. X is 2, so x times 9, or 2 times 9, equals 18. If x is 3, x times 9, or 3 times 9, equals 27. If x is 4, 4 times 9 is 36. And if x is 5, 5 times 9 is 45. And all of these values are y in that equation. So 9, 18, 27, 36, and 45 are all the value of y. An equation representing the function in a function table has 2 variables. One variable for the input, in this case x, and one for the output, in this case y. The input and output numbers are in a function table are proportions because the rate of change is constant. Check your progress. Write an equation to represent the function displayed in the table. So just like last time, if you look, we have x is 1, y is 16, x is 2, y is 32. Examine how the value of each input and output changes, which we just did. Each output y is equal to 16 times the input x. So the equation that represents the function is y equals 16x. And we'll go through another function table. So if x is 1, we multiply that times 16, and we get y, which is 16. If x is 2, 2 times 16 equals y, which is 32. If x is 3, 3 times 16 equals y, which is 48. X is 4, 4 times 16 equals y, which is 64. And if x is 5, 5 times 16 equals 80, which is y. You can often use an equation to represent a real-world situation. Real-world examples. Fundraising. The cheerleading squad is holding a car wash to raise money. They are charging $7 for each car they wash. Number 2, make a table to show the relationship between the number of cars washed, C, and the total amount earned, T. The total earned, the output, is equal to $7 times the number of cars washed, the input. So notice that instead of X, we have cars to wash, C. So we can label the input and output whatever we need to represent the real world situation. We still have multiplied by 7, and then where Y was, we have total earned in dollars, T, for total. So we wash one car, we multiply 1 times 7, and we get 7 earned. 2 cars washed times 7 equals 14. 3 cars washed times 7 equals 21. And 4 cars washed times 7 equals 28. Real world examples. Number 3, write an equation to find the total amount earned, T, for washing, C, cars. Study the table from example 2. Total earned equals $7 times the number of cars washed. This is a table from the previous slide. Words. Total earned equals $7 times the number of cars washed. So that's pretty basic, right? They're charging $7 per car. Variable. Let T represent the total earned, and C represent the number of cars washed. Equation. T equals 7 times C, or total earned equals 7 times the number of cars washed. Number 4. How much will the cheerleading squad earn if they wash 25 cars? So we'll write the equation. T equals 7 times C, or total earned equals $7 times number of cars washed. Now we're just going to plug in $25 or 25 cars for C. So we get total earned equals $7 times 25 cars, and we'll multiply. So the total amount the cheerleading squad earned was $175. Check your progress. Bald eagle. While in normal flight, a bald eagle flies at an average speed of 30 miles per hour. Make a table to show the relationship between the total distance d that a bald eagle can travel in h hours. So in 1 hour, an eagle can travel 30 miles. In 2 hours, we multiply 30 miles times 2 equals 60 miles. 3 hours times 30, 90 miles. 4 hours times 30, 120 miles. Number 3, Write an equation to find the total distance, d, that a bald eagle can travel in h hours while in normal flight. D equals 30h. So the distance eagle travels equals 30 times the number of hours. How many miles can a bald eagle travel in 2 hours? D equals 30h, where the distance equals 30 times the number of hours. Distance equals 30 times 2 hours. The distance the bald eagle travels in 2 hours is 60 miles. Real world example. Jet skiing. This is my favorite activity. That picture is me and my nephew Colin ripping up the basin on Sebago Lake. Jet skiing. The cost of renting a jet ski at a local marina is shown in a table. Write a sentence and equation to describe the data. Then find the total cost of renting a jet ski for 6 hours. So jet ski, if you rent for 1 hour, $10, 2 hours, $20, 3 hours, $30, 4 hours, $40. You really can't rent a jet ski for that little. The cost of renting a jet ski is $10 times the number of hours, h. Therefore, T equals 10h. Use this equation to find the total cost of T of renting a jet ski for 6 hours. Write the equation. So the total cost equals $10 times h hours. Replace h with 6 because we're going to rent it for 6 hours. So the total cost is $10 times 6 hours. And now we'll multiply, and the total cost equals $60. Check your progress. A fitness center charges the amount shown in the table for using the facility. Write a sentence and an equation to describe the data. So if you look at the data, number of months, M, 1, total fee, T, is 25. The cost of using the fitness facility is 25 times the number of months, M. Therefore, T equals 25M. So the total cost equals 25 times the number of months. Use this equation to find the total cost T of using this facility for 12 hours. So write the equation. T equals 25M, or total cost equals 25 times the number of months. Replace M with 12. T equals 25 times 12. And we'll multiply, and T equals $300. Total fee for using the fitness facility for 12 months is $300. Additional examples. Number 1, write an equation to represent the function displayed in the table. So input 1, input x, and output y. Examine how the value of each input and output changes. Each output y is equal to 8 times the input x. So the equation that represents the function is y equals 8x. We can show this with our function table. So if I have x equals 1 times 8, y equals 8. X equals 2 times 8, y equals 16. X equals 3 times 8, output, y equals 24. X equals 4 times 8, y equals 32. X equals 5 times 8, y equals 40. Books. Javier sells handmade notebooks. He charges $25 for each book. Make a table to show the relationship between the number of books sold B and the total amount Javier earns T. So if B equals 1, it's the number of books he sold. times $25, he earns $25. If he sells 2 books, or B, times 25, he earns $50. If he sells 3 books, times 25, he earns a total of $75. If he sells 4 books, times 25, he earns $100. And if he sells 5 books, times $25, he earns $125. Write an equation to find the total amount earned, T, for selling B books. So the equation would be T equals 25B, or total earned equals $25 times the number of books he sold. How much will Javier earn if he sells 7 books? So if we use the equation T equals 25 books, or T equals 25B, which is total earned equals 25 times the number of books he sold, and then we plug in 7 for the number of books he sold, the total amount he earned for selling 7 books was $175. Dog grooming. The table shows the amount that a kennel charges for grooming a dog. Write a sentence and an equation to describe the data. Then find the total cost of grooming 11 dogs. The cost of grooming dogs is $12 times the number of dogs D. Therefore, T equals 12D, or total cost equals $12 times D, the number of dogs. Use this equation to find the total cost T of grooming 11 dogs. Write the equation T equals 12D, or total cost equals $12 times the number of dogs. Replace D with 11. So we get total cost equals $12 times 11 dogs. Multiply. T equals $132. Total cost for grooming 11 dogs is $132. Yeah, your homework for tonight is page 351 to 353, 2 to 20 even, and 27 through 30 all. And your participation grade today is, I want you to share with the class and the discussion board something fun you did this week. And if you answer the question, you will get your full participation grade. And if you don't answer the question, you will get a 0. 2 reasons. I'd like you guys to interact with each other. And also, I want to see who is watching these videos. And I know there are many of you not, because I can see how many people watch the video and for how long. So that's why I put these in every day, to keep you honest. And I'm going to start mixing up where in the video they go. All right. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And just to give you a heads up for the week ahead, we'll start our review Monday, which means probably Friday or the following Monday will be our test on Chapter 6. All right. Have a great weekend.